Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID, so please reach out to us and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you. Okay, so now how to write a code. So that is also very simple. Okay, so first of all, you decide what kind of resources you want to create. So mind it here, you are writing a code for infrastructure, so you should know infrastructure well. That means if you're writing a code for AWS, you should know AWS well, Google Cloud well. If you're writing code for Google Cloud, sorry, if you're writing code for Kubernetes, you should know Kubernetes well. So it's very important. Okay, so how to write a code? So first you decide, okay, what code you need. AWS, what resources you need. So resource name and their attributes. Okay, this is something which you have to understand, this format. Resources, attributes, resources, attributes, resources, attributes, and all. That's all. This is the pattern. What resources? EC2, EC2 attributes, S3 attributes, RDS attributes. So how do you go? How do you know that all this stuff? So I'll ask provider only. Hey provider, tell me your resources. So here you have provider, AWS, and I'm asking, hey, how many resources you have? So click on the documentation and you see the left side. These are the categories of resources actually. Go to AWS first. Here. So this is the lots of categories you have AWS. Look at this. See, these are all the category. Then we decide go to compute category. Then subcategory we have EC2. And then EC2 subcategory, then we have a resources. This left side all are resources. One of the resources is instance, EC2 instance. So let's say you create a one in EC2 instance. So in order to create EC2 instance, these are the attributes: name, AMI, type, key pair, networking, storage, and all. These are the attributes. Are you understanding, all of you? Arguments, all of you? Hello?
How do you bring it to the code, Rajesh? You're showing us
I'll tell you that.
how.
Are you understanding this one, right? So same way, go to the AWS, documents, which is here. Which one? Cloud compute, compute, C, EC2 compute, huh? starting with E here. Then in this, so many resources you have. Which one you want? EC2. This one. So this is the instance resource name, which will get you the instance. This is example, and go little down. This is the arguments, and you see that these all the arguments supported by AWS. In order to create a EC2 instance, these are arguments you can provide. Some of these arguments are mandatory, some of them are optional, and you have to know in detail. Understood now? So now the question is, how do we create it? I told you resources and attributes. So on examples, I'll take it up. This is the resources. Example top. That's all. This will create one EC2 instance. Resource name. For Terraform, this is the reference. What is AMI? So AMI, you get it from done. Okay. What is the type? These are all the two things required. Name of the instance. Rest of the arguments is optional. That's all. So coding is also done. I wanted one resources, one more 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 resources. Like that, you'll write all resources. Are you understanding, all of you?
Rajesh, what is tags in that?
Actually, this one, yeah. That's what I said. You should know provider. This is the tag, no?
Okay, okay, name of the name of the
Yeah,
instance. Like,
yeah. These all are attributes, okay?
yeah, yeah.
Hundreds of attributes. You can refer this document for this. Here, downside which I showed you, know, hell lot of it. I don't want to scare you, but this is not a Terraform given. It's a AWS given. Mind it. Private IP address and all stuff like that. Got it?
Yeah.
All- So now, guys, in this image, third is also done. It was so simple. What is the fourth one? Any idea?
Yeah. Apply command.
That's all. So you know that. Apply. So let me do that. So clear the screen. Terraform. Plan. What is the plan? So plan will tell you dry run, tell you what resources will be created or destroy. So before running the apply, you should run plan just for dry run, test run.
But you already have the TF file, right? Will it going to do anything or just
This plan will run on the TF only, right? Here, this TF
okay?
here.
AWS.
My system is little slow. Just bear with it. You will not have that kind of waiting. I'm not sure what is this problem. I need to sit
Rajesh,
one day.
how does this know to run the AWS .tf file? There are other TF files too, right? How
It
does
will
it
run,
recognize?
consolidate every file, make it one file, and then run it. So other file was empty actually, except the provider.tf.
Okay.
What is issue actually? Any help? Find out the help. I'll just take a 5 second of break. I'll be there. Just till that, try to find out what could be the reason for it.
So
Yeah,
Rajesh, to create
yeah. What is the error?
EC2 instance, we need to log into AWS console. To log in, we need to pass the user ID, password, whatever it may be. So
Yeah.
here we are trying to create without passing any authentication, right?
See, you make a API call. So don't you think the security, authentication is needed for API also? So if you see that here, provider is calling API of AWS. So provider need that access of AWS, right? Correct now? Hello. So that is needed. Authentication is needed. So what to do? How do I pass it? So I will ask AWS only. Hey AWS, this provider only. Can you please tell me how do you pass the authentication? So I'll read the provider documents and go a little bit down. Authentication, and Terraform is saying basically this is given by AWS. AWS is saying, hey, you can authenticate my API using a hell lot of ways. Many more options are there. So one of the option is here it is, provider. So copy this code. You will read it. Be slow. Read it. Go to the provider. What is the region? So let me check the region first. And what is access key? So access key, I'll create it. So go to the AWS. I'm creating access key. So access key created. Done. And done. And guys, done. Did you understand that, all of you? Hello?
Yes.
By the way, each provider has a different way to authenticate. So learn from the provider documents only. PAN. Slow actually for me. Yeah. So see here, one resources to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. So that means it's a plan, it's a dry run. Now I'll make a apply. Apply is it for you, it will be fast. I'm struggling for my laptop actually. Something is, let me close some of the applications. I cannot close anything actually. Let me close this one.
Rajesh, does Terraform supports key vaults to
Yeah,
share these
look at this here.
credentials?
Look at this. 1 to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. Enter. Are you sure you want to do that? Yes. Enter. Yeah, what was the question?
No, does Terraform supports the integration with with the vault like CyberArk,
Yeah.
when you
Very much.
store all this.
Right. Very much. Yeah. Look at my screen here. Go to AWS EC2 and bind it. Here, one resources is created. You see, look at this instantiating. This is the one. So just imagine, just visualize that. Here I put only one resources, and it created one resources. If you have a 20 resources, 100 resources, 500 resources, it will create a 500 resources using the code. Just visualize that. Are you able to understand now?
Yes, Rajesh.
Rajesh,
Now,
where did you apply this resources access, the provider one, the error? It's in the same TF file?
provider.tf. This is
And
the
where do
option now.
we specify the number of resources, Rajesh?
So right now this will create one resources. If you want to create a, let's say 10 EC2 instance, count is equal to 10. Got it? Yeah.
So how can we create? We need to create the security groups, right? How can we create the security group, right?
Yeah, same way. Security group. Let me find out. So security group is a resources of what? It's a VPC, I guess. So that's the reason I'm not able to see here. So go to the networking. That's the reason AWS you need to know. N for networking, right? VPC, sorry, V. No, V. It'll mean the it's here. VPC here and security group, right? Here it is. Example code. Here it is. This is the code for security group. Ingress, egress. You have to set properly. It will become very long actually. Each rule you have to set. Got it?
Yeah. Yes.
Hello. So like that. So now in this flow, state file has to be created because one resources. So let's look at the state file now. This is the one. You should not touch this file manually, but you can look at it. It's a JSON file. This is the one. And you can read it also. These are the JSON. And look at the IP address somewhere here. It will be there. Here, look at this private IP address, public IP address. And my instance ID will be somewhere on top. Here it is. This AMI, this is the instance ID. Got it, all of you? So in real time, if you have 50 resources, this file will become very long actually. But it's just one resources right now I'm showing you. How do you see through the command line? Terraform show, remember. So first init, then plan, then apply, and then show. Show will tell you which resources you created. Are you understanding?
Yeah, Rajesh, if we deleted the state file, then
Then it will recreate one more resources. One new resources. Think in the simple way.
I don't understand. If I got deleted this file, then I don't.
See here, you will understand yourself. You don't need help, my help. Let me first show you. This is the show. This is the complete instance detail. Now think
Yeah.
about it. Think about it. How come is getting created? Let me run one more time. Apply. Apply one more time. Terraform apply. It will say up to everything is up to date. No need to create anything because I created. Why? Because what is happening? This in the AWS TF, this one, and then here, this one. Look at this. This is the JSON output. This is the resource request. So if you delete that file, so they will not find this option in the JSON format. So they will create it. Look at this here. Getting my points?
Yeah. If I
So they
got
will create
deleted
it.
and again apply, then it will create a new instance again.
Yes. So there was a security group error. I deleted it.
But Rajesh, this instance is already in the AWS resource, right?
Huh, let it be. It is you have to manually clean up actually those stuff. That's the reason state file I said not to touch, no, because that's not your job. I mean, that's not your file. Your file is TF file, not JSON file. Okay, but I'm saying you because you have to sometime troubleshoot and all. It will is needed.
So you can
Okay.
manually delete those resources from
Yes.
AWS dashboard.
Manually delete it. So it will create it again. Next rerun, next apply,
Okay.
recreate. Okay. So now my system is little slow. It's really irritating me. Anyways, so that is a things. Now next thing is which is state file. Now next I did the create. Now let me do update. So what to do? Mind it here. Think simple. If I update AMI, what will happen? So if I update AMI, the last time the resources which you created, it will be destroy and then recreate with this instance. Mind it. But if I change it, this one, it will not destroy, but it will update. Why? What is the logic behind it? Logic is very simple. This is your desire and this is your actual.
Correct.
This is your desire, this is your actual. Terraform will match your desire with actual. So here, if you change this, so Terraform will consider, okay, you don't need that last web resources, so they will destroy and recreate with a new one. But here I am modifying the name tag. Is it allowed? Yes. This is your desire. But in AWS, if you look at this, it is allowed. You see that here. I go and change this. It is allowed. But AMI is not allowed. You cannot change that AMI ID while running the instance. So in that case, in this case, it will not be destroyed. It will be updated. So whatever AWS allow, provider can do that same thing. Mind it. So I change this here. And now, why is taking time? See, I hit multiple times. So 0 resources, 0 change. But now I'll apply one more time. This time it should be change 1, 0 destroy, 0 added. Let it come. For you will not be having suffering. Mine is way beyond this. Okay. So this is the way. Now let it come. Meanwhile, I'll prepare for one more provider. Which provider? GitHub provider. So I'll go for it. Terraform. GitHub, I have already installed it here. So this is the GitHub. What do you want? Repository creation. So I'll ask, hey, can you tell me what is the resources? Here resources. GitHub is small one, okay? So where is the resource? Repository creation. Here. So this repository, this code will help me to create a repository. So this is the Azure. You can add in this file only, but I'll create a new one actually. Too much. Just give me 2 seconds. See here. Let me look at the I think McAfee is taking more CPU. Okay, I'll fix this one. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, I'll fix this one later. So yes, see here 0 to change, 0 to destroy. Now if you say yes, it will be changed. So now this will be done. You see that? Go to the AWS.
Rajesh, you're creating the GitHub, right?
No, right now I was following up with the last update.
Okay.
This one, hello world, will become Rajesh. See here, done. And now I will do the destroy, but not now. Before that, I will add one more. So let me add one more resources, one more provider. So this provider is GitHub. So at least you'll have an experience with one more provider. So I'm not explaining too much now. I'm not explaining too much. I'm just writing a code for it. Done. And you should know GitHub. So this is the provider. This is the resources for GitHub. Now, what is the name of the Git repository you want? So because I've been doing this coding from long time, I'm making unique. Okay. Visibility public, template not needed. That's all. This is the code which will create a resources. Which resources? Repository. Now for that you need a authentication also. So I'll ask GitHub, hey GitHub, tell me how can I set authentication? So GitHub is saying authentication, you can set the token. Let me set the token. So go to the provider and here token. So this is a variable. I have to hard code the token for now. I'll teach you a variable little bit later. So where is the token? So how do we get a token? So get a token from the GitHub. Let me go and get the token. So here setting, here it is, and personal access token, classic one. This is the last one. I'll delete this. Create one, classic, password, confirm, demo, 30 days, 7 days, what exactly? Whatever the permission you want to give it, I'm giving blindly everything. Worst practice, but I don't want to focus on this topic now. My focus is Terraform and generate a token. This token, you can use it here. Put it in the quote, and that's all. Now what to do? Apply. Plan directly, I'm not doing apply. Now you know what, there is one option, always say yes, yes, you want to ignore it, -h. Auto approve, you can do that, you don't have to pass h. I'm getting little irritated, so I'm using this option, auto approve. Enter, apply, auto approve, means automatically it will create. Are you understanding, all of you? Yeah, I think McAfee is creating a trouble for me.
Just the sequence is init, plan, apply, and that's all right.
Destroy,
So yeah,
destroy.
but do you use init or just you directly applying it?
Huh, because it's a one-time activity, no? Init downloading the provider is one-time activity.
Okay.
Is that
You don't need
auto
to
pro argument? Is it mandatory, Rajesh?
auto approve because I was giving yes, no. So to ignore that yes, I put it auto approve.
Oh, okay.
So here you see one to add a repository is being created in my account,
Rajesh,
and you
if
see here,
we need another, Rajesh,
see guys, huh?
yes, if we need another provider like Azure, so we can again write it in a provider.tf file,
Any
right?
file you can put it up, but this is the file for I created
Yeah,
for this
yeah, yeah.
purpose only.
Then again we have to run it init command, right? If we
Yes,
need to download.
yes.
Okay.
If you add a new provider in it and then followed by. So guys, you see resources getting created. So one repository got created. You can see so command. You can manually also go and check that GitHub account. So if you go to repository, here it is, this one. You see that? Okay, so I created one resources on AWS, I created one resources on GitHub, and like that you have hundreds of resources. You will be there in the tier file and apply or final command destroy. So remember that look at the beauty of this Terraform. In order to run you application, you need to create hundreds of resources. You put it in one file and apply. And you want to destroy only your resources, just destroy. That's all. So it's so easy now for writing a code for infrastructure. Are you understanding, all of you?
So, Rajesh, when you say destroy, Terraform destroy, it will destroy AWS instance and also repository, right? I don't want both.
Yes. No, no, no. So here, if you don't want both, you have to use a module, which I have not taught you so far.
Okay.
Right now, I will say not everything you destroy, everything you create. But module is the solution for all of us. Okay, guys, done. So all of you understood that how this whole flow works?
And after destroying, the state file will still there, or like it will delete the
No,
state
no,
file?
no. It will clean because remember that actual state file represent the actual. So it will clean that.
Okay.
So here it's a 8 kb right now. Look at this, after destruction, it will become 1 kb or something, or 2
Okay.
kb.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm really feeling not good. Okay, so this is the one. Now next topic is variables. Avoid hard coding and variables. So for that, let me use the um, PPTs because it will be easy for me to explain it to you. So guys, let me show you. So what is a variable? You know that. Very simple.
Rajesh, these PPTs where we get it?
In this one, all the PPTs are uploaded here. Here. So Terraform here.
Okay, okay.
Here. Okay. So now let's discuss about the variable. So guys, this slide is very important slides. Very important slides. These slides will give you lots of knowledge actually. Lots of knowledge. Okay. So first question, if you're asking me, Rajesh, I want to declare the variable. Where can we declare the variable? So answer is command line, environment variable, and variable.tfs. Variable.tf means, when you say variable.tf means any tf file you can declare the variable. There's a two things. One is declare the variable. Second thing, assigning the values. So yes, you can declare the variable in the any Terraform file. You can declare the variable in any environment variable, or you can declare the variable on the command line, the one which you are passing through apply and all. Now you'll ask me, Rajesh, okay, how can I pass the variable in the command line? Answer, you have it. Along with apply or plan or whatever it is, -var is equal to your variable name is equal to value. Clear? All of you? Hello?
Yes.
Then you will say, Rajesh, how can I declare the variable in the environment variable? So environment variable, any variable you set, you have to prefix with tf underscore var in capital and then underscore variable name and then values accordingly. Mind it, tf underscore var. Now the third question is, how can I declare the variable in the Terraform file? That I'll teach you. Just give me some time, I'll show you that. Now, then you'll ask me, Rajesh, why we have 3 files in the red in between? So guys, that file is not for the declaring the variable, but that file is only for assigning the values of the variable. Are you understanding? Assigning of values only, not declaring the variable. There's a separate thing. That means what happens? Typically, you want to declare, you want to keep it a separate file for the values. So you can use this, any of this file. Now we'll say, Rajesh, which is the most frequently used file for the values? I would say terraform.tfvars. Whenever you see the project and terraform.tfvars, that is the file which contains the values for the variables. It can be defined anywhere in the variable.tf environment, a variable or command line. Make sense?
Who creates that file? Do we need to create that one?
Which
Terraform.
file? Oh yeah, you have to create it. You have to create it. Got it?
So this
Now
TF
you'll ask.
variable.tf also we have to create it, right? All these variables we need to create it. It's not like anything that Terraform will get created.
No, 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 you have to create it.
Okay.
Now you'll ask me, Rajesh, I declare the one variable at one same place, all the places, and define the variable which has the highest precedence. Let's say my name is Rajesh 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 time. Name you declare so many times different values, which is having highest precedence. I think you know that. Tell me, which is having highest precedence?
Terraform.tf what?
Command line.
No, command line, no. Command line, it's there in the image. So any declare variable which is on a command line value, sorry, then precedence is highest for the command line, least for the Terraform files, mind it. Okay. Now one more thing, guys. You declare the values, sorry, you declare the variable, but you did not declare the values for it. Then you know what? Terraform will prompt you for that values. That's called interactive. Yes. If you declare the variable, you do not set the values for it. Terraform will prompt you while running apply or plan or whatever it is. Now module invocation, which I have not taught you, so just let it be. So let me show you the how to declare the variable. So these are the types of variable: string, number, list, map, boolean, set, object. All these come from the Golang actually. How to declare variable? So every time when you declare the variable in the TF file, these are the fields we'll have: type, default, type, description, validation, and sensitivity. So here one example for it. Mind it, what is the variable name? VPC underscore CIDR underscore block. Description type is string. Type I showed you. It can be string, it can be number, it can be list, it can be map, it can be boolean, it can be set, it can be object, it can be tuple. And here this is the default value which you can override through the command line or environment variable or that file which I said for dedicated for values. This is the in Terraform. Okay, so what to do? So I'll not complicate. I'll show you only one file which has all the type of variable I want to show you. So Terraform variable. So here in this file, you have a variable for Azure and AWS. So you can use it. I'll explain it to you. Don't worry about that. Go to AWS. Done. Guys, look at this. There's one variable. What is the type? Number type. There's one more variable. What is the type? String type. There's one more variable, string type, one more variable, list type, and there's one more variable, map type, and so on. And there's one more variable, which type, bool type. So bool, map, list, string, number. Are you comfortable how to declare the variable and values in the TF file?
Yeah,
Default
like it
value,
should be always on the top of the file or like anywhere is fine.
anywhere, no problem, anywhere. But usually practice says put it on top of it.
Okay.
So here, and this is the one security group and all stuff like that. Now next thing is how to use the variable. That is the question. So simple, you need to understand if it is a number, var dot instance underscore count, string var dot region in a string, instance name var dot instance name. Here is a security a list format, so indexing 0 1 2 3. This is one, right? Correct? What do you think? Default?
That's a 0.
That's correct. 0. That's the index number 0. So security group square bracket 0. Remember that. And here key and value. Key and value. This is a map. It's the same like us. If you have studied Python or Go, it's the same. And then this is a bool. It can be true and false. Okay, how do we use it? Look at this here. So that means, look at these resources. Create instance named with example. How many var dot instance count, and it will create only one time. If you set it 5 times, it will become a five times it will create it. Now which region? So var dot mis, var dot region. These are the value. Var dot mis is a map. So this is the one. If it is west to, see, that is a very good code actually. As per the mi, as per the region, mis is different. Okay, so here you say, hey, create that mis as per the regions. Take it from the regions. Instance type, no variables, hard coded. Here you have again security IDs here. So look at this, is a list actually. Here it has been taken. That means that instance will be created for three instance security group will be attached to that, and this is the name of it. And here you are using variable instance name. So are you understanding, all of you, how do we create a variables and how do we use the variables and all? See, look at this.
Yes.
This is the intelligent coding. Here we use the bool actually. So count var dot, see this, understand this line. If var dot create VM, which is if it is true, in this case, what is that? Where is that bool? Bool is here. There's nothing set. Only variable is declared, value is not set. So if you set true, okay, then count is set 1. If it is not set, then 0. So what to do? So value you can set through the command line. Command line value -var create underscore VM is equal to true or false, so you can set it up. So based, if it is a count is equal to 0, it will not create instance. If it is 1, it will create instance. Again, same code. So guys, are you understanding how do you use the variable? What are the types of variable precedents and stuff like that? All of you?
We'll be having this overriding, Rajesh, if you have the same count dot variable, right? So another location you created with another value, will it
So
override?
precedence will be applied. No, precedence will be applied.
Okay.
I showed you the precedents. You know that. If the same variable you use multiple places, then this will get applied.
No, in the same file, for example, .tf itself, I have two locations, then the top and the bottom. So which one will be taking any?
That's what I said.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Same file you are saying, right?
Yeah.
That will be error actually.
Okay.
That will be error. Got it? So guys, this is the stuff which is, you have a variable. Still is creating, my God. Okay. So any questions, guys, all of you?
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.